It is Robbie from Southern California. You know, I wasn't going to do a video, but I'm going to just do a quick video, and I am going to keep this quick. I'm collecting greens because I'm going to go in and make a green drink, but I'm also starting to go through the garden a little bit. As so many of you ask me, what do you do with all the food you grow? That is a great question. You know what? Let me let her out because I was in the back and I didn't want her running around where I didn't know where she was. Come on, I'll leave it open. Well, we actually use every single bit. It doesn't matter how much we grow, we use every single bit of our garden. Now, some of it goes to our friends and family, neighbors. Lots of it gets frozen. That's really important because I use a lot in the winter, especially the squash and fruit. Well, a lot of vegetables gets frozen, but here in the garden, you look at all this and go, there's no way you can eat all this. Look at all the greens I've got. All kinds of brassicas. Well, let me tell you something. For the winter, the brassicas love the weather. And that's why they explode into all this growth, because cool weather is important to them. Now, I go through it, not every day. Probably I should do it every day, but I do it about once a week. I go through and I start picking all this. Basically, the rule of thumb is, if you're not going to eat it, take it off. Am I going to eat this? No. Because the more you take off, the more growth you're going to get from your brassicas and your greens or whatever you're growing. Because it's still trying to take care of this. But what am I going to do with all this? Here's more here. This is the cycle of life. This is the cycle of nature. This goes back into wherever I want to put it, whether it's in a bucket to hold it for later or to start filling this thing up. I'm going to plant probably tomatoes in here again. Look at all the tomatoes in here. There were so many, but it kind of got whiny. So I left them right now. But look at all this. Now we're in winter. We're not going to have spring for a couple months. And I am going to plant in here probably early spring. But right now is the time to do all this. Take all the leaves off that you are not going to eat. Don't make the plant try to take care of something it's just not going to do anything with. It's really not getting any beneficialness out of this at all because, well, it's on its way out, but the plant doesn't know that, so it's going to try to take care of it. Even this, let's walk over to this. Now, what would I eat here? I would eat any of these leaves. This one's a little wonky. This one, a little bit not that great. Let's take that one off. Over here, let's look at this. Oh, it's all chewed up. I wouldn't eat it. If I'm not going to eat it, throw it somewhere. Right now, as soon as I put it in here, it's going to start to break down. Now, the best thing for me to do, I'm not going to do it yet, but let's just say, for instance, I wanted that to break down now. Grab some soil. Cover it. Once it's covered, your microbes, your earthworms especially, can get into that, crawl through and start to just break it down for you. But anything, this is what I'm doing right now. I'm going through. I'm not going to eat all this. There's more, and it's beautiful to just put it in a bucket and let it sit for the winter. Then when spring comes, you are well ahead of the game. Even this one. I'm not going to eat this one. Technically, I should break it up a little bit. If you break it up, you get better traction as far as breaking down, but it will all break down. So you do it the way you want. Got a lot over there to take out. So what you want to do this time of the year is you want to go through your garden, be it small or big, it doesn't matter. Analyze the leaves, and if you're not going to eat it, you take them off and you do this. Now, if you've got plants growing, absolutely, you can make compost tea at this point. Right now, all I'm doing is building my soil up. Now, what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to be really lazy. I'm going to do nothing more than load this up with leaves. I'm going to leave these pots. And this is pot marigold flowers. They're doing good. Look, it's trying to send a side shoot out. That's got nothing in it. This is just a container, but this has got nothing in it. Going to leave all this, build this up, and then come spring, top it with some soil. I can pull anything off the ground and plant in it. Probably 2 tomatoes. One year in this thing, I did 3. 3 tomatoes was way too many. It was too hard to get into. It overgrew on each other. I got a lot of tomatoes. But last year, 2 tomatoes, a sun gold, and a cherry tomato, it was organized. In other words, I could get in there and pick my cherry tomatoes, pick my sun golds. It worked fantastic. And that's what I'm going to do again. So kind of look at what you've done in the past and what works and what doesn't work. Okay, I'm not climbing that 15-foot brassica there, which is a tree colored. No, but I can look through all here and keep going. And like I said, I should do it every day. It doesn't have to be done, you know, all today. I'm in no hurry, but just go through. Here's some more yellow leaves, got climb in there. Now, of course, I can use other things as well. I could use weeds. Do we have any weeds? I don't see any weeds. I could clean up other things. There's some walking onions. I can pull that. This is broccoli, which is also a brassica. I just picked a whole bunch of broccoli, see. I get these little broccoli spears. It's wonderful. I'm going to make a stir fry probably later. Oh, I see a whole lot more there. I'm doing this one-handed. Otherwise, it'd be more efficient. And be grabbing a whole bunch more. Yeah, this leave's not that good either. Look at this. You know, this thing is going to be ready, so come spring, let's tuck this in over here. I will be able to walk out here and just plant something. Maybe I'll go to the nursery and buy a sun gold and buy a really nice cherry tomato. Stick them in there, cover it up, because I did put tulle around it. You know, I've been preaching tulle for what, almost 10 years now. Just preaching and I know about tulle. I worked in a fabric store and I know the price. Tulle is like $2 to $3 a yard. I found the place that you can get it for pennies. You get 54 inches wide, 40 yards long for $10. It's unreal. I put the link in my description. It won't be on those little pictures you see under the video, but it will be inside my description. Go in there. Sometimes it won't show it. You'll see a little thing saying more. Tap on that and then go through it and look at it. Just because you tapped on it doesn't mean you're going to buy it. It's coming off of eBay. I love it. I've been buying it for years. And then I covered it. I didn't lose a single tomato. Nothing. Now, let me also say that if I'm going through here, let's walk over here. Because tulle is not the subject today. It's just my favorite thing. Okay, so we come over here. Oh my goodness. Powdery mildew. So many of you have asked me about that. What do you do? What if you've got powdery mildew? Well, that's just part of nature. Damp mornings, not drying up good enough. See how it's in the shade, this one? It's all covered up. Powdery mildew loves that. You do not throw that in the trash. Oh, no, no. Once it's off the plant, the powdery mildew is pretty much done. And you compost that too, or I do. I've been doing it for years. So what I'm going to do now is, as the week goes on, I'm going to continue to go around. This is just here at South Thistle for the birds. It's got some weeds in there. But I'm going to fill this whole thing up, not quite to the top, but even if I fill it to the top, it's going to collapse. Then when I come to plant, I'm going to plant in these pots. Layer, layer, layer. I'm going to leave this, and the plant will send its roots out into all this matter. This way, when I water, all I have to do is make sure I water the pots, whatever I've got in here. Here's my pot marigold, but the tomatoes will get their water. I'll show you one more thing, and we're going to wrap this up. And I know you've seen it. I don't know where Zoe is. This has been beautiful. If you go back, you'll see the video. Months and months ago, it hasn't even been a year, so I can still say months, I cleaned this out. Everything came out. This big brassica, it's got to be a collard. It's not a tree collard. This big brassica is growing in that pot. See the pot? This pot right here? But the roots have gone out of the bottom, because remember, the pots you're growing in has drainage. They send out their feeder roots, and they're eating they're feeding on everything that was in there, and I end up with this monster. Is this not gorgeous? Hold on, I see a leaf back there. Look at that. I mean, it's just real and unreal, and I continue to do that. See, it's not affecting the plant at all. I'm not even putting it next to the roots. I'm putting all this. I come back whenever I feel like it, not every day. And I just shove it in there. See, there's the leaves. It continues to break down and continues to feed this monster. So right now, even if you're in snow, if you've got a way to collect things, and as the snow melts, you start finding your dead plants, you compost that. Doesn't matter what it is. And you get that in a container, because all this was once nature's growth, and now it's going to be nature's soil. And that is how I grow my garden. And Gary, he doesn't use any potting mix. Even when he wants to do seeds, he just reaches down inside of stuff that he's filled with broken down matter, and that's how he grows it. So I hope I'm giving you ideas, thoughts, just to get you gardening, because there's nothing better to give you a good workout than roaming through the garden, ripping off plants that are not needed, leaves especially, and making your own compost for your garden. With that, have a wonderful day, right, Zoe? And don't forget to eat what you grow. Bye-bye, everyone. Okay, back to work I go. What a gorgeous day.